Okay, good evening, everybody. It's Alex here from Carnivore for Life. Another day, another live stream. I'm doing a UK live stream tonight. I'm really getting interested in the fact that there's many UK carnivores out there, but I think we need to get that community going bigger. So I'm delighted to invite two special guests tonight, Paul and Mike. Hi, guys. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
I'm fantastic, mate. Fantastic. But big apologies for everyone who got onto the live stream at 7 o'clock. My last live stream with Kerry across to Wisconsin was brilliant, but tonight we've had all sorts of, well, I won't swear, but thank God you're here, Paul and Mike. You can sort me out. But as I say, another experience. So, guys, you've been carnivore for how long, Paul?
Well, for me, it is 56 days today. I started my YouTube channel 46 days ago.
Wow.
I'm actually
Mike, you've been on YouTube quite a while, but not as a carnivore.
I've been on YouTube for I've been on YouTube for 3 years, but only I've had a bit of a disaster with my channel. But my I've been on carnivore 40 days today.
Okay, guys. So what we'll do, I'll ask Mike to introduce himself, tell me a bit about being a Carnivore Cabby, and then once you've finished, I'll pass it over to Paul. So, Mike, take it away.
Okay. I'm Mike. I'm down in London. I've been a carnivore for 40 days. I was doing keto for a long old time. And it's just sort of a natural progression along. I used to see a lot of videos of people just eating meat, and I thought, well, I can't really get my head around that. But you sort of progress into it. So I'm now 40 days in, loving it. I just love the simplicity of it. It's so easy, such an easy thing to take on. You know, you don't have to think about what you're going to eat. It's just put some meat on the barbecue, because I eat most of my stuff on a barbecue.
Absolutely, yeah. I agree.
But yeah, it's simple food, simple, you know, really easy to get on with.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Paul.
Yes, I'm 46-year-old. Spent most of my life drinking alcohol, smoking lots of cigarette, and eating the standard Western diet. I'm quite surprised my health is quite as good as it has been, to be honest with you. I did have high blood pressure before I started doing carnivore diet, but the day that I started carnivore diet, I stopped taking my blood pressure tablets, started putting salt all over my food, and my blood pressure's come down to normal. So that's really amazing. Yeah, it's just something like Mike said, it's so easy. I just have to go down 2 aisles now in the supermarket. I go down the meat aisle, and then I go down the other aisle to get some of these sparkling waters, which I enjoy instead of me beers. But yeah, I still need me vape, which I know isn't perfect for carnivore. But yeah, it's going well so far. I've had a few little issues, but nothing major, which I'm sure we'll get onto in a bit. But I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm loving it. I just want everybody to know about it now. Yeah, I want to build the community here in the UK, because it seems to me like the Americans are like massively into it now. So we need to get there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do think that the UK carnivore community is definitely bigger than I thought it was, and maybe you guys thought as well. So back to you, Mike. What was your main reason why you went from keto to carnivore?
I fell off the wagon, the keto wagon, and I started just eating crap again. And I could feel myself putting on weight. I felt myself, you know, it was the last bank holiday weekend, and I woke up face down in a tent after drinking a whole bottle of Jack Daniels, and I thought to myself, that's me done. I've got to stop this. I'm going to end up killing myself. Why I'm not diabetic or pre-diabetic, I don't know. But I just made that decision on that day and just thought, that's me done. I can't do this anymore. I've got to move on with my life. And I thought about going back to keto. But I thought, well, let's just cut everything out, make it simple, and go straight into carnivore. And I haven't looked back really now. I've done nearly 20 pounds in weight in 5 weeks. 16 pounds, in 5 weeks. I'll weigh myself again on Sunday. And, it's just been so easy to get on with, that's a surprising thing for me, because I'm quite weak when it comes to diets. I do like a bit of chocolate. I do like, my sweet stuff, but I've stayed away from it all. The only thing I've had is in 40 days is 2 pickled onions, and they made me gag. I couldn't eat them. So I've been I've been really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been really easy to get.
Right, thanks for that, mate. So over to you, Paul.
Sorry?
Over to you, Paul.
Yeah.
Why did you go to carnivore?
To be honest with you, I've never really been into diets. I think I tried the Atkins diet couple of years ago, lost a few pounds. I've never been like really overweight, but I mean, I have lost about 12 pounds on the carnivore diet, even though I wasn't really worried about my weight. But yeah, I love watching Jordan Peterson. I watch a lot of his videos, and one of the videos that came up recommended was him on the Joe Rogan podcast, where he talks about carnivore diet and the health benefits it had for him and his daughter. And I just found it fascinating. So I did a bit of research. And obviously, when you type in carnivore diet on YouTube, you come across Dr. Berry. And I watched loads of his videos in a short space of time. And I decided I was something that I wanted to try. So I was going to try it. I'd set a date to start on the 1st of September. But I got that excited about it. I decided to start it on the 10th of August. I started it quite quickly. It was a quick transition as well. I didn't just slowly go into it really. Apart from, I did go on holiday to Amsterdam with my friend, and whilst I was on holiday, I did have a few beers and I had a couple of McDonald's breakfasts as well. So I suppose you could class that as a little bit of a transition period. So yeah, that was it. It was because of Jordan Peterson that initially caught me in the eye, and then after that, all the other doctors came up. Dr. Shafi, there's so many of them out there now. I've watched loads.
Yeah. Well, I think we've all had the same experience of obviously finding Dr. Berry, Chafee, Kiltz, and Baker. I think they're the 4 guys who are influencing everybody really. But I'm starting to really want to listen to stories from the likes of ourselves. I mean, you did say, the pair of you, that
Yeah,
originally I'm from Durham. I've been down here for 30 odd years now.
I'm from Washington originally, which is about 4 or 5 miles away from where Mike's from. I'm down in Essex now. I've lived down here for about 9 years, I would say. So yeah, I'm definitely working class. So it's quite rough area. Like some of the parts are rough where I'm from. Me dad's side of the family's from Pennywell in Sunderland, which anybody from the northeast will know. Going years back, that was quite a rough area. But I'm proud of being working class. To be honest with you, I wouldn't want to be anything else. It makes me appreciate things when I do get some good things in life. So yeah, it's good.
well, one of you two could definitely be a bit player in EastEnders. I think it's Mike. What do you think, Mike?
Well, yeah. Being a thug. I don't know about that. We've got a question.
You said it, not me. You said it.
Yeah, it's
go on.
A hard. There's a question in from Carnivore Nation, and it says, "Question: I am now at my target weight. What do you suggest regarding the steps? Stay 100% carnivore or slowly add other foods?"
Well, that depends on how you're
sorry, go on, Paul, you
feeling,
go
really,
first.
doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that depends on how you're feeling, really. Like, if you're enjoying the benefits and you're enjoying this kind of lifestyle, I would say just stick with it, because you can only get more benefits. You've got to think long term as well, like 10, 15, 20 years. I don't know how old you are, but 30 years down in the future. If you're enjoying it, just stick with it, because it's showing all the benefits across the world of what it can do for people. But if you do want to add things, then yeah, do it. Just, I would say, do one thing at a time. Try, see, for example, if you've had no cheese or whatever, you want to add some cheese in. Add some cheese in. Give it a few days. See how that affects you. If it doesn't affect you and you like it, stick with it. If you want to add something else, fine. But all I would say is, like, just continue to stay away from high sugar, high carbs, and if you want to add veg or whatever, that's fine. Do whatever suits your life and what makes you happy.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Mike, what's your thoughts on that?
Exactly the same as Paul. Really, whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, you've done so well to get to your target weight that, why would you want to ruin it by adding broccoli to it? I mean, I used to love broccoli. The thought is repellent now. I don't know why. I used to love it. I used to make my daughter eat it by the bucketful. She'd rather eat a steak now. But yeah, just stay away from the crap. She does. You're laughing, but I asked her the other day what she wanted for breakfast, and she said steak. So stay away from the crap and just keep it clean. Keep it clean. If you feel like you can carry on doing what you're doing, the way you're doing it, carry on doing it. And if you want to bring something in, and if your body doesn't like it, then take it away again. Paul talked about Jordan Peterson, but I look at the story of Michaela Peterson, where she's taken everything away in bits and bits, and now she's starting to add bits in. So yeah, if you feel comfortable with it, then eat broccoli if you want to. It's entirely up to you, but cook it in butter.
Yeah, I agree 100%, lads. I am on day 523, and so why would I go back to my old way of eating of 17 months ago? I mean, all I want to do is stay fit and well. I'm not a granddad yet, but Sophie's 31, Alex is 22, Alex Jr. And at some point, I'm hoping I will be a granddad, but I don't want to be one of those granddads who's limping along and hanging on to the pram as he's pushing the baby. I just want to be as fit as I can. I look at Anthony Chafee talking about, and Ken Berry talking about, 65 is maybe middle-aged, but it's not old. You're not even over the hump. When it was 60, 62, 63, I felt as if I was really going downhill. But the last 17 months, I just feel as if I'm like in my 30s again. I almost feel as young as you two. Yeah, so I totally agree, guys. Quick question, boys. How old are you?
I'm 46.
How old are you guys?
I'm 54. So yeah, as old as I look.
How old do you feel, boys?
I honestly feel.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying this because we're on the live stream. I do feel a little bit better since doing the carnivore diet. Like little things. Like I used to get a little pain in my knee sometimes when I've done a lot of walking. That's stopped. If I do a little bit of a workout now, like I'm doing press ups, push ups, things like that, and my muscles don't ache the day after. Like the day after or the second day after, I feel like aches in my muscles. They've completely gone. So yeah, I mean, I'm 46. I probably feel physically I feel about 40. Mentally, I'm about 18 still. So
yeah, I'd like to think I was still 18, but I'm not.
Right, guys. Yeah. It's all in the mind, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. Can I just quickly go back to this comment on here that came up before? It's Gareth Charman. He says, we get told our lives we must eat 5 fruit and veg. Clearly, this doesn't promote this. Clearly, this diet doesn't promote this. Are there implications from this? Are you missing any vitamins and nutrition as a result? Obviously, spot on there. I know for a fact, my whole life I was told 8 fruit and veg, 5 a day. I think it went up to 6 or 7 a day. So yeah, that is what we're told. Even your doctor now, most doctors you'll go to and they'll tell you the same thing. But the research is coming through. I mean, not just research from studies, research from actual people online sharing their stories about how they've reversed all kinds of things: type 2 diabetes, IBS, rosacea. I mean, the list goes on and on of things that it is improved for people. Now, to me, I know it's not like a massive long-term 10, 15, 20 years, but there is people that's been on carnivore for 65 years. That Maggie lady, the rancher in Canada, and she's 65 and she's jumping over fences, climbing up trees, grabbing hold of bulls. I mean, I don't think, I'm not going to say to anybody, yeah, there's nothing you have to worry about. But obviously, things like the vitamins and nutrition, they do say that you might need to have a few supplements if you're feeling tired or getting headaches. Things like vitamin D, maybe you might be a bit low on. I'm not an expert, so I don't want to give my opinion on that. But yeah, just do your research, listen to the doctors that are into carnivore, and they'll give you all the information you need regarding that.
Yeah, excellent. Another question, guys. Something that's really dear to my heart is mental clarity or mood. How do you feel as if anything's changed in that area on your mental condition since you started carnivore?
Do you want to go, Mike?
I'm tired all the time, but I've been tired all the time. But I couldn't function. I'm like an alcoholic without, for sleep. I'm a functioning sleeper without alcoholic sort of thing. I don't sleep a lot, but now I feel so much clearer when I wake up, and that didn't make any sense at all, did it? I'm sharper in the mornings, better than I've ever been. It lasts the whole day. When I go to bed at night, I'm tired and I sleep better than I've ever slept for since I was a kid. I can survive on 4 hours. Well, when I wake up, I'm awake and I'm sharp and I'm in focus, and it's really it's turned me around because I get so much more done now. It's brilliant. But yeah, the mental side of it, it's like the fog's lifted, and that's all I can. Because half of my life I've been walking around in a daze, and to be honest, I feel brilliant. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's great to hear. How about you, Paul?
Yeah, I think I've never really suffered from anything like depression or anxiety. As far as I can tell, I've never really felt anything bad like that. But I'm a bit like Mike. I used to wake up feeling very sluggish, tired. I needed a nap almost every day. When I'm off work, I needed to I was lying on here quite often. My daughter wanted to play, and I was just like, oh, I'm too tired. Let's just leave us for a little bit or whatever. So that side of it, I do feel a bit more. I don't want to repeat what Mike said, but it seems like I don't sleep as much, but I don't feel like I need as much sleep either. Yeah, I feel like there's a bit of a fog that's lifted when I go to work. I feel like I've got a clear mind and I can get more done, a bit more focused. So yeah, that's it for me really. I've heard that it's improved people's depression, anxiety massively. So if anybody does suffer from that is another good reason to give it a try.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like that. Okay, another one just off the cuff. How have you two found socializing? Whether you go to parties or you go for a night out or just going to a restaurant or just even at work. How do you find it with, you know, if your normal eating pattern is not there, so it's like you go into a restaurant and there's not much on the menu, or how does your family cope with that as well?
Socializing is a thing of the past. I think I don't do a great deal of it. But I have been in situations where you've just got to take the least worst option. You know, like if there's only sausages available, you know, fried eggs or whatever, you load up on fried eggs and have a sausage. But you know, if there's no bacon or anything like that, especially because where I work at Heathrow Airport, the canteen there doesn't cater for me as an individual. So there's a lot of curries on board, and there's, you know, sometimes you just got to pick a couple of boiled eggs up and suffer, you know, drink a lot of water, have a cup of coffee, and move on. But it's sometimes it can be difficult.
Yeah, Paul, what about yourself?
Yeah, for me, I don't really socialize that much either since I've started carnivore. I think, you know, I used to go to a lot of Italian restaurants, and there's not really much you can get in an Italian restaurant. I don't think that's going to be carnivore. There's so much pasta and pizza and whatever. So I don't really go out that much. I mean, I think that's something that needs to be improved in the UK. I think if somebody started up a carnivore restaurant, I think over time that would be very successful. It'd be a good business idea. But yeah. When I'm at work, I just take food. I have a couple of times went to Burger King and just getting the burger patties, which is quite good if you like been rushing around before you go to work and you haven't had time. I just get you can get 4 quarter-pounder burgers, reasonably cheap. So yeah, somebody mentioned in the comments about hard-boiled eggs. I do take hard-boiled eggs. I've been struggling getting the shells off. I've been doing it wrong. It's taking most of the egg with the shell. But yeah, that's a nice thing to do. He's asking as well, are they easy to cook? For some people they might be, but I still struggle with them. And yeah, socializing wise, I haven't really done it. But I think if I did do it, I'd have to prepare. I'd have to see where we're going, see what they have on the menu, see what I could have. I'm sure there's ways around it.
Yeah, I agree. I noticed on one of your videos, Paul, that you're doing some good like meat buying tips. Have you guys got any good tips to save money? Because everyone says to me, "Oh, carnivore's really expensive, all these steaks you're eating." But I try and argue that I'm actually saving money. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I think it's expensive if you're living off steaks, ribeye steaks from a butcher, which is you know, as Dr. Ken Berry would say, a panda massage, 25-day aged steaks from the Himalayan mountains or whatever. Then yeah, it's going to be expensive. But I buy a lot of mince because that's quite cheap. Beef mince, get the 20% fat stuff. So I know you've got to be very careful with sausages. A lot of them have sugar in them and things like that. But I do try and just get cheap stuff. I found these Frankfurter things that are quite good. I chop them up, put them in with me mince sometimes, just to give it a bit of variety. Liver's quite cheap. I do. If you like liver, that's something you can get. That's cheap. Lamb's liver in particular is nice and soft and tastes good to me anyway. Lots of eggs. Bacon's cheap enough as well. I get the streaky bacon, which is high in fat. So there's that. I'm trying to think of other things you can get. Just have a look down the meat aisle. Chicken drumsticks. You can get like Tesco's own version of chicken drumsticks. Obviously, eat all the skin, eat all the gristle, get all that collagen in you, and it doesn't have to be that expensive, really. I think I'm saving money because I used to buy alcohol quite a lot, and now I'm just getting water, which is a lot cheaper. So yeah, it depends what kind of way you're going. If you're going strict lion diet and getting steaks, it could be expensive.
Yeah. Mike, are you quite frugal?
No, I try to be, but I'm not. No. Well, I suppose I am. I don't. I mean, I don't. I buy things like minced beef, ground beef from the butchers because it's better quality, I think. I've just had a steak I bought it from Sainsbury's the other day. They're not great, but they're I try and I go through them all and pick out the ones with more fat in them.
Yeah.
It's I still eat a lot of chicken wings. It's because they're easy. I just throw them in the oven, or and it's easy enough to cook them. But I'm moving more away from other forms of meat. I bought some fantastic Barnsley lamb chops. The double chop. They were fantastic. And I don't eat enough good fatty meat, and I don't eat enough lamb. But I'm moving more just to pure beef. Beef. I very rarely eat eggs these days. I'm just eating minced beef, steak, and anything else that chicken. I had chicken wings last night, but it's you can't. Was it? I mean, all the doctors that I've watched, Berry, Chaffee, Baker, Kilts, they all say eat to what you can afford. And there's guys out there who have had fantastic weight losses and transformations just by eating burger patties from McDonald's. Just eat them, or Burger King or wherever they got them from. Yeah. So eat to what you can afford. So it's you can't eat frugally, but if you stay like I saw a video of yours where you had a whole sirloin and you cut it into 21 steaks. And I really want to do that, but I can't find that Clonmed sirloin, so I'll wait.
Yeah,
I'll find it. I'll have to get in touch with your butcher.
I mean, that I am a tightwad as well. I mean, I do like a good bargain, and when I first started going to the butchers, I didn't realize that he would sell me a joint, for like 120 quid. So I'd go home and say to Shell, my wife, these steaks are getting really expensive, obviously, in the UK. But they're selling joints now for 120 quid. And she's like, what, 120 quid? So if I get 24 steaks out of that for, like probably you would at Costco, that works out at about maybe £6.50, £7.50 per steak. And we're talking like a good size. And when I used to go to McDonald's years ago with the kids, I would spend about a tenner on them per visit, per child. And I thought to myself, hold on, this is cost effective. And I think a lot of people are missing the point here. So I've gone back to that butcher and said, listen, guys, I want to be a regular customer. I will promote you without obviously getting paid about it, but can you do me some good deals? So every time I go in now, Mike, the butcher, he comes out, shakes my hand, and says, come through and have a look at this different joints, and I pick whatever I want. So that's why I put those couple of videos on, Mike, just to say to people, if you really, really dig down into this, you can save money. So, but again, it's all about what it is, isn't it?
It's good. It's good that you what you're doing as well, getting to know your butcher, talking to your butcher. I've recently just started talking to mine a bit more, and I said to mine's owned by a female. I said to her, I was just like, if I want to buy beef fat and pork fat off you, will you sell us it? She's like, yeah, of course. She says, nobody's ever asked us for that before, but I will. So you can get the fat, or as much fat as you need. You won't need to buy, all these tallows or whatever, beef dripping. You can just get it cheap as chips from the butcher. They'll practically give it to you because it normally goes in the bin. Now you can get that beef fat. You can cut it up, put it in with your minced beef. If you want to get like leaner meat, like say for example in Tesco's the other day, they didn't have any of the 20% fat stuff, so you could buy the lean mince and just chuck your own fat in, or you could put some pork fat in the air fryer, crush that up, make pork scratchings, whatever. That's practically free. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think you just got to be savvy, haven't you, really?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Next question, guys. I'm in 523 days, and my only craving is ice cream. Yeah. Have you guys got any cravings at all for a non-carnivore food?
I had a disaster about 20 days in. I did a live with Paul, and I told him then I had a bottle of Diet Coke because I knew everything. I was, I could, I've done 20 days on Carnivore. You can't tell me anything. So I've had this bottle of Diet Coke, and the cravings, that sweet things. There's a bottle. My little one's got a box of little sweeties, and I just stared at them for 2 hours in 2 o'clock in the morning because I really, I wanted. I didn't really, I didn't. Like I said, the only thing I've had outside of the carnivore diet is pickled onions, but my God, for about 3 days, I nearly give up. I really did. I nearly give up, and I was only because I was out in the garden cooking steaks on the barbecue that it just took my mind away from it. But 3 days, it was awful. I know when I give up coffee, because I'm still thinking about it, that's exactly how I'm going to be, because I drink far too much coffee. I've brought I'm only drinking 3 or 4 cups a day, but oh my God, that sweet craving, it was mental. Absolutely, I've never known anything like it. I really haven't. It was awful.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Paul, where do you at?
Yeah. I've got a similar kind of situation that's gone on for me as well. It just shows you how fake sugar can give you actual sugar cravings. So he did it with the Diet Coke. I was at work, and I've been 100% strict from when I decided to be strict anyway. And I was walking around at work with, some of the bosses, and my mouth was getting a bit funny. And I asked me, my coordinator, I was like, have you got some mints or something? And she gave us 3 Tic Tacs. Now I'm putting it down to these 3 Tic Tacs because I haven't been right since I had them. Literally, I've been craving chocolate, and I was never really a massive chocolate sweet tooth person anyway before I started carnivore, but I've been craving chocolate quite badly, and I haven't helped myself, because on a couple of occasions I've come home and my daughter, she has chocolate buttons in the fridge all the time, and I've just popped one in my mouth and let it melt, and it's not helped us. It's just made it 10 times worse. Like, literally, it's given us bad cravings. But what I would say to anybody that does slip off and do something like that, don't let it put you down. Don't let it make you think, right, I've messed up, I can't do carnivore anymore. Just get back on it the next day, and just put it down as a blip. We're not perfect. In fact, I watched a YouTuber the other day called Carnivore Soldier, and he said an excellent line, which I'm going to quote now. He says, well, don't let perfection get in the way of excellence. If you're doing the best you can and you do something that's not quite perfect, don't worry about it. Just keep going. And I think that's what I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to stop sneaking this odd button in my mouth whenever I get the craving, and it's just willpower. But if I do mess up, it's not the end of the world. Me lifestyle, me health, me diet is 1,000 times better than it was.
Yeah, great stuff. Love it. Next question, lads. Have you had any medical checks since you've started the carnivore diet? Have you had your bloods done, or have you been to see a doctor? I confess that you're doing carnivore.
I can say straight off the bat, I haven't spoke to my doctor about anything. I think he probably will be getting in touch, because I've stopped obviously taking my blood pressure tablets, and I haven't been collecting them. So I'm expecting them to get in touch with us. But yeah, I haven't spoke to any medical person about it other than people on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're muted, Mike.
Mike?
You're muted.
There you go. Technology. I'm the same. I haven't been to. I didn't go before. I'm certainly not going to go now. I'd like to get my bloods done, but I'm not that fussed. You know, I feel better now than I have done in 30 years. So, you know, I'm not that worried. You know, so if I fall over in the street one day, then somebody can take my bloods.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same, guys. I haven't seen my doctor in 5 years. I keep getting my regular text saying your annual heart test is due, and I'm like, what annual? I've never had one before. And I think he thinks I'm not speaking to him, but I've just found that the progress I've made is in spite of the medical profession. I never used to be this cynical, but since I've done it myself, you know, I've done it in spite of them, not because of the medical profession, which is quite sad, really. You know.
Yeah.
I wish I'd known about this, guys, when I was your age. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. How have your viewers? Oh, sorry. Go on. Carry on.
No. I was just going to say. I think.
Can you carry on, Paul?
Yeah, we all wish we'd started this younger. I think if I'd started this in me, you know, when I was 16, 17 year old, I don't know what condition I don't know how I'd feel now. I think it'd be amazing. But you've got to be just thankful that we found it whilst we're alive, so we can prevent things. I mean, people starting this diet in the 70s, even 80s, I believe. So, you know, the benefits it can have towards, you know, the very latter stages of your life. You don't know when that's going to be now, you know, like there's no idea. So, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I think.
Okay, I want to touch on alcohol. Oh, sorry, Mike, go on.
No. The thing that worries me is the damage that I've already done to myself. You know, before, you know, people say, oh, you're eating that diet, you're going to have a heart attack, or you're going to get scurvy, or you're going to have this and that and the other. I'm not going to get a heart attack from what I'm doing, but I might from what I've already done. And that worries me. I'm not too sure how carnivore will reverse those effects. I'm hoping they will, but as I say, I feel better now than I have for 30 years.
Yeah.
And that's my only worry, really.
Yeah. And that's where I want to touch on alcohol, guys. I've had a battle with that I'm 65 now, so I started drinking when I was about 17. So, you know, we're talking a long, long time. And, you know, I'm from Liverpool. You guys are up on the northeast. Is it Sunderland way round there? I think we're all pretty good experts at going out on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know. And I've tried to really eliminate it completely, but it's my little black devil that sort of comes along by the weekend, and I always use it as a reward or a stress buster or both. I'm getting better. I do find that obviously if I do start having a beer or some wine, my body just can't take it anymore because I've just got no carbs in me to soak it up. I mean, how have you guys found it?
Because I've drank a lot. I've drank a lot over the years. You know, I used to have eight cans a night when I was, you know, 20s and 30s. If I wasn't out at the pub, I used to work in a bar. I was out pretty much from Thursday afternoon until late Sunday night. Would have a lock in. So yeah, I love my alcohol. I was literally about 6 months before I'd even heard of the carnivore diet. I was trying to cut down, and I started drinking a lot of that Guinness Zero. I love Guinness, so I started drinking Guinness Zero, which was zero alcohol, and I was pretty much in 6 months. That was mainly all I drank, and my body got used to not having the actual alcohol. For me, it's more of a social thing. Like even at home, you know, my partner could be at work and I could just sit, watch a movie, have me Guinness or my Guinness Zeros and just relaxing. It's something that I love to do. And all I've done is just switch it for something fizzy. Now that I wasn't requiring alcohol, I switched it to fizzy water. And I haven't really struggled, to be honest with you. I think because I'm not socialising outside, like in pubs and that, I think if I was doing that, I would struggle. And I'm sure I'm going to be tested with that in the future. And to be honest with you, I might just like, if it's a really good special occasion, I might just have a beer or two. I'm not going to like let this thing control my life where I can't enjoy myself. And, you know, like that becomes stressful and you're not going to enjoy doing it. So if it gets into the situation where I fancy and I really want a beer, you know what, I'm going to have one.
Yeah, I don't drink a lot anyway, but when I do silly things like bank holiday weekend. I drank a whole bottle of Jack Daniels on my own. But Jack Daniels doesn't have any carbs in it, so it's probably one of the better ones. But no, I don't. It's not. We have beer in the house. I don't drink it. So I was watching some guy on TikTok. He's some trainer. Can't remember his name, but he said go for the white the clear drinks like vodka because they're more is it refined, I suppose, and they've got less crap in them, so it might be worth it, and just choose your mixes wisely. So I like I said, I don't worry about alcohol. It's never been, since I left the army all those millions of years ago, alcohol has not, you know, my drug of choice at the minute is water. I drink more water now than I've ever drank. Yeah, but alcohol's not my thing.
Yeah, for me, I was in 2 wine clubs, not 1. And I used the fact that, these are really good wines, you know, they're not just your rubbish Asda or whatever. And
Alex,
so basically, I got rid of them a couple of years ago. And you know,
are you still having alcohol in now and again, Alex?
Say again, Paul. Yeah. I think by about Friday, I deliberately do my swim teaching on a Saturday morning with the kids, so that I don't have a drink on a Friday. But I mean, this was ingrained in me for, you know, I'm a working class lad, you know, my whole family, the whole neighborhood. That's all we ever did was on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and play football as well. But yeah, I think because I'm a swim teacher as well, and you know, I do want to set a good example. I don't want to be the fat blade on the side who stinks of alcohol. What I try and do is make sure that whenever I do my lessons, I haven't engaged in it at all. And Michelle's a tough nerve. She will not let me fall off the wagon. And I mean, she can sit there and have a glass of wine, but I have 2 glasses, then a third one, and then I convince myself that I'm socially drinking, you know. But compared to how I was before I was on Carnivore, it's just black and white. I mean, I'm normally on the chilled water. I think I've had 1 Diet Coke in about 4 weeks, and it's just, you know, not sort of hitting yourself in the face about it, but just saying, listen, you're on a journey. It's never ending, and it just gets better and better and better. So I say, hopefully I'm on the same track as you guys. It's good to hear. Right, let's have another question. Is a good one for you, boys. How has your physical performance been affected by the carnivore diet? And I don't mean in the gym or in the bedroom.
You go first, Mike.
Well, I don't do anything in the gym, and I've done nothing in the bedroom for a long time. I feel better.
You're very honest.
That's who I am, sadly. I feel better now than like I said earlier. You know, I was in the army for a long time, and I probably feel better now than I did back then. You know, I left the army in 1998, and I just, I'm not losing the weight the way I thought I would. I thought, I'm a big fat bloke. I'm not eating anything, and it should just drop off me, but it hasn't. But I've lost enough. But I can feel myself changing. You can see my face has changed. People say, "Well, you've lost some weight." It's visible, and it just gives you that little boost to carry on. You think because you're doing something right and it's working well. But I don't go to the gym. I've promised myself I'm going to do more walking than I haven't, but I've got more energy now than I have for years, and that's a bonus. But yeah.
Paul?
Well, it seems as Mike's been so honest, I think I should be honest as well. Well, in the bedroom department sort of thing, me and my partner haven't been together for since May. We separated in May before I even started doing carnivore. We still live together, but we're not actually together. So I've done nothing in the bedroom department either, unfortunately. So I can't give you if that an analogy whether that's actually worked better or not. But I know physically at work I do a lot of walking. I work in an airport, so I do a lot of walking around, and it's just so much easier going up and down the stairs. I used to feel like out of breath and tired by the time I got to the top of these stairs, but now I can pretty much run up them. There's a massive difference physically. Like I mentioned before, all my muscles and everything are they feel. It feels like I never wanted to work out, never wanted to train because I knew how I would feel afterwards or the day after. Now it's just a lot easier to do. So yeah, physically it's definitely helping us. It must be all the animal protein that my muscles are getting. So yeah, look, physically wise, love it. Bedroom wise, I will test it out one day, I'm sure.
Oh, I wish I hadn't asked now.
Don't worry. It's
Just
fine.
a question. Yeah. Just a question, boys, on ketosis. For the last couple of weeks, I've really focused on just steak, a couple of eggs, just water. I've really avoided the alcohol, and I just feel like Superman. I don't know. Do you guys know when you're in ketosis?
I don't actually. I can't tell whether I don't know whether I've come in and out or remained in it. I'm assuming my body's come in and out at times, but I can't tell whether I'm in ketosis or not.
I've never checked, never looked, never, not bothered. I'm doing what I'm doing. I think it's ketosis. I think it's more about being fat adapted than anything else. And the amount of butter I've eaten in the last 40 days, I must be fat adapted. So I'm not that worried. I'm just carrying on doing because I don't eat anything that would trigger me. Or take me out of ketosis. So, I'm not worried about that. So really. Yeah.
I think maybe when you get more into it, guys, when you've done it for maybe, I don't know, 6 months or whatever, you might just notice that difference when you make the slight adjustments. Because I plateaued, I did about 2 stone weight drop. It plateaued. And then I took out the cheese and the fruit. I used to eat blueberries and cut out a lot of coffee, milk. And as I say, I knew I was in ketosis. I could just feel it. But as I say, in time, you probably will feel a difference, hopefully anyway.
Yeah, could you feel it?
Next question.
In the beginning, could you feel it when you first started, like the first
No.
30? No.
Not at all. I mean, I used to pee on the keto sticks. Load of rubbish,
Yeah.
So next question. Are the family that are living with you, are they carnivore as well, or are they adapting to it?
No, my missus thinks I'm mad. She told me the other day I was going to get scurvy. Eating all that steak, you're going to get scurvy. Oh, okay. Well, when I get it, I'll prove you right. But until then, but no, she doesn't. She watches what she eats. She doesn't eat a lot of crap, really. Well, she likes her crisps, her chips. But nothing. No, my little loves a good steak. I made burgers yesterday, which I had for breakfast, and I ate the rest of them tonight. And she had steak and burger with me, so she's quite happy eating meat. But no, they're not carnivore. My missus has got no. She's not interested at all.
No,
she thinks I'm mad.
Yeah. Well, for me, my
but Mike, has she seen any progress? Sorry, Paul.
No, go on and finish your question. That's all right. There's just a delay.
I was going to say, Paul, I mean, what I'm saying, Mike, is she supporting what you're doing besides thinking you're mad?
No. In a word, no. She thinks, I cook, like I said, I cook most things in the garden, in a skillet or on the barbecue, on the grill. So I'm out the house. She's quite happy when I'm not here. So it's I'm going to go move in with Paul.
Just bear with me a second, guys.
Yeah.
Go on then, Paul. You can carry on from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that. What was that?
No, I was going to say, yeah, from my side of it, I live here with me sort of ex-girlfriend and my daughter. My daughter's 2.5, and she is terrible. I've even mentioned this in a video about her diet. She will eat chocolate chip brioches, chocolate, biscuits, crackers, fruit yogurts. She won't go anywhere near anything remotely carnivore. She wouldn't even eat any other like normal things like fish fingers and chicken nuggets. She's just got a terrible diet, and it's so horrible to watch her eating this stuff. But she'd literally like just not eat. She'd waste away into nothing if we didn't let her have certain things. So there's that. Me ex-partner is not into the carnivore diet. I think she likes the idea of it. Like she understands the benefits. I think she believes there's benefits, but she has doubts about it. But yeah, I don't know. She might try it one day, but that's you can't make somebody do it either. They've got to want to do it. They've got to have their own reason, their own why. So yeah, but it's my brother who lives up in the northeast. He's tried it for a little while, and his wife tried it because of me. Like I told him about it, and she lost a stone in like literally about 2 or 3 weeks. She loves it. She's right into it. So yeah, I have influenced a couple of people.
Good. Okay. I think we've got something common, guys. Have we all got Bengal cats?
Yes.
No. Mine thinks he is. He's just nutty. No, he's mine's just a tabby cat, but he looks like a Bengal. He's long and he's thin, and he's got that sort of face, but he's not. No, he's not.
I must admit, I thought he was a Bengal, Mike. Yeah.
No, I think somewhere down the line he's got it in him.
Yeah.
But
me
not.
too.
Yeah. I've seen your 2 cats. Me and Paul did a live, and his cat just kept walking around him.
Yeah.
Just kept going round and round and round.
He is actually walking around still, but he's just on the floor at the minute. I don't know. It must be because I've moved. When I'm doing the live stream, I move things around. I've got my table here instead of over there, and I think he's just like what the hell's going on. You're like interested to know. So
yeah. How is Patsy?
Yeah. Well, I don't know whether you guys know about. She is fantastic. She's on the mend. She was supposed to go to the sorry, hold on. She was supposed to go to the vets today to get the final X-ray, but my son Alex, he's a department store manager for I'll tell you now, it's H&M, and he slept in, so he rushes off to work, takes the cat hold-all within the other carrier. So I get up to take her to the vets, nothing to carry, so we have to cancel the appointment. So that's not till next Tuesday, but hopefully we'll get the all clear. She's I say she fractured her pelvis in 3 places. We think it was an impact injury from a car, and we've had to cage her for 4 weeks. It's been an absolute nightmare. It's like trying to cage a leopard. She's just crazy. But as I say, I've had loads of obviously inquiries from the subscribers, but she's definitely on the mend, and she'll be terrorizing the neighborhood next week, hopefully.
yeah.
Yeah. You okay? Are we still on slight delay, guys?
Sorry?
There is a bit of a delay, yes.
Yeah. Well, at this point, I want to apologize, obviously, to all the viewers tonight, because I've been looking forward to this all week. And the last one with Kerry from Homestead How went like a dream. So I'm going to check my Wi-Fi for next time, because I don't want to do this again. But thanks for struggling on with this, guy. It's been really good.
I'm still.
Should we go through any more comments? Let's see if we've got any. Yeah, you've had a few messages, Mike.
Yeah, they're all my subscribers. It's quite nice. You know, they don't message me on my channel; they come to yours.
Well, as I say, it's you know, maybe we can do this as like a round robin. Maybe, you know, if one of you guys wants to do something next month, I'd love to come back on, because then I wouldn't have to worry about all the tech side of it.
Yeah, it's fine.
We can do that. We'll leave it up to Paul. He seems to know what he's doing.
yeah, it's fine with me. I don't mind
Can
doing
you hear me,
it.
guys? Yeah.
I really enjoy.
Yeah, he's the tech man, isn't he? Yeah. Well, as Mike said, I'm showing my age tonight.
No, not at all.
Okay,
we
guys,
muddled through, and it's been a good day. Been a good live.
Yeah.
We've got 16 people
UK
watching
Carnivore.
still. So
one thing I want to say as well, guys, anyone who's watching tonight, yeah, it's good stuff. What I want to say is anybody who hasn't subscribed to Paul or Mike, guys, do it. It's I've been looking through the guys' channels. They're really entertaining, and especially people from the UK. If you're not sure what to do, check them out. I've thoroughly enjoyed them so far. So, guys, the ticker's on the bottom. So, I say, it's the Carnivore Cabby and the UK Carnivore Guy. Please subscribe to them, guys. Have you got any more questions for me, guys, before we go?
No, I think we've covered it all. You know, we've had a nice little chat. It's been good.
Yeah. I look forward to the next one. I'll have some questions ready.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. Well, if you do the next one, Paul, make sure your Wi-Fi is better than mine.
Yeah, no worries. We'll do it. We'll do.
Yeah. We've just had a new Wi-Fi.
Right, guys, we'll end it there. I want to say thanks to everybody who's watched the video. Yeah, thanks to everybody for tuning in, and everybody have a great day. And thanks, guys. I'll see you.
Take care.